Hello again, it's me, earthmanbrick, and we're back with another MDF kit. This time it's Warcradle Scenics, and yes, it's the Super City Quantum Van. Woo! And this is for, let's see, usually it comes up with a suggestion as to what games it's for, and a bit that says what scale it's for as well, but oh wait, there we go. Compatible with Marvel Crisis Protocol, Batman Miniatures game, and DC Universe Miniature game. So yes, that's pretty cool, which is closer to your 35mm than it is your 28mm, so I expect this van and gubbins is going to be on the large side. But there is an issue with this one, and I'll have to do a side-by-side for this because the lasering process didn't go through properly, unfortunately. So they sent some replacements for me. Their customer service department is brilliant and very helpful, so I have no qualms about any issues I face with this sort of thing, because their kits are bloody good as well. So here we go. Comes on 3 sheets here, which is cool. But yeah, let's do a side-by-side and you'll see what I mean by the lasering process not going through right. So you can see there, it's every 5mm, there's a little tag. It's connecting to it. But on this one here, you've got one there, and one there. So you've got like 3 on this bit. And in this one, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Way too many tags. And it ends up looking a right state, and it means it takes forever to pull anything out of the sprue frame. So, anyway, I'm going to get to making this up. Bye for now. See you again soon. Hello there, and we're back. And here it is, all assembled. And the windows here I've gone over with some liquid chrome. That's from the stuff you get from your Molotov pens. So yeah, I've just gone and done that. I thought it'll spruce it up a little, and it did. And these doors do open and close, and you can see there's a cool kind of bit of machinery there. I think it's meant to be like a shrink ray or whatever. It gives them access to the quantum realm, that sort of stuff. But the problem with this is that when you have these doors open, you've got these big obvious chunks which are meant to cover the other side of the windows there, which doesn't look ideal. I might put rhinestones on the lights here and I don't know, beef this up a bit. I might add some cable ties or something. I'll figure it out. There isn't a lot of obvious slots along the edge here, which is a bit disappointing. Usually they would come out with some little thinner piece of card or something to help cover those bits up, but it's not the end of the world. I did put a piece of thin card over the roof here because there was a lot of obvious slots, and then I glued on these parts. Now, part of the issue with the 3 bits here is that there's literally, you know, even before you put this bit on, there's literally nothing to show exactly where these bits go, which I thought was a bit odd, but it's easy enough. You just put one in the middle and then one in the middle of between those 2 bits roughly, and it looks good enough. I didn't use any measurements or anything. It works. So that's the van. But there was other bits and bobs in the kit. So we have the little trolley here, which is, to be honest, is a bit of a write-off. It's funny as a reference to that one movie, but it's not really useful. Plus, it doesn't really work as a kind of a city. It's just a nice little gimmick, I suppose. And a nice use of the extra bits on the sprue frame. Yeah. It's okay. As well as the dumpsters. Now these are bloody great. Look at that. The proper open and close. And these scale very nicely with the ones I scratch built. See that? So yes, you could use these to store all your extra bits. Like the suitcase. Just throw that in there. Where it belongs. Harsh. But yes, you can tidy up. You can see the little sprue tags there. And what I love to do is just go over it with a marker pen and then boom, damn near gone. Oops. Now you see it, now you don't. But yeah, these bins, of which you get 2 of them, bloody great. And you also get 5 of these things, which is like little miniature barricades. And they're quite nice. They only have the, what is it, the markings on one side. You can see the etched in markings there. So the other side, I just kind of freehanded it. And some of them I did better than others. That one I did badly. And no, that's a good side. That one's okay-ish. I mean, for just jumping onto the tabletop there, I think it works. And this was all the push-outs we got from the kit as well. So quite a lot of cool and interesting pieces in there. But what's the plan for this? Because it's not finished yet. We've still to paint it and weather it up a bit. So I'm going to go to my usual sources, which is these Daler-Rowney FW. They're just acrylic inks. So you've got your burnt umber, red earth, antelope brown. See you again soon. Hello again, and we're back. And here they are, all painted up. And with the barricades here, all I've done is I've applied the inks. And what a difference that makes. Makes you notice less of how inaccurate a lot of these lines are, which is fine. And on these, and what I've done is I've stippled on some white paint, and we've applied the inks, little bit hints of orange and a dappling of silver, just to give it that metal sheen and finish. Another thing I'd like to do is add cable ties to the top, but I ran out of time. And yeah, they're perfectly good, perfectly functional as is. But I think if you run the cable ties on the top, you get something not unlike this TT Combat one, where I've just added some MDF on the top there, just to give it that kind of a ridged look. And I think that makes a fair bit of difference, because you can see there the one that doesn't have it, it looks a little bit too plain. And here's the one that I scratch built, and you can see with those ridges, especially with the curve, what a difference. Really makes it pop, makes it look a lot more like an industrial bin. This one, I don't know, it just feels like it's lacking. But anyway, enough about the bins. On to this little thing. This thing was crap, and I think it belongs in the bin. So, enough of that. And this, added on all those colours. And I think it's turned out pretty well. What I've also done is I've, rather than add card to hide a lot of these little dents, you can't really notice them until you look up a bit closer, I've used air drying clay to cover them up, a little few of these holes. And you can see I've done a better job of covering these ones up. That one there. Yes, I like the rough and ready look. Looks like it's been freshly abused from the recent apocalypse. And yes, the opening doors are very good. And you still get enough clearance, even though I've added little rhinestones to the side there. So how do I rate this kit overall? I'd say it's an absolute banger, but it's not the easiest kit in the world because, like I said, this door is supposed to slide and close open, but because even though I'd say I'm relatively experienced in making up MDF kits, I bungled it up because I, didn't appreciate the order of things. And yeah, I would say that if you're going to buy this kit and play around with it yourself, make sure you follow the instructions to the absolute letter when assembling this van. The rest of the bits are easy as hell to make up and a total joy as well. And look how good those bins have turned out. Absolutely smashing. And it didn't take long to build either. I think the whole thing, including the bins and those things, was about an hour and a half, which is absolutely brilliant. So, I'd highly recommend this kit. It's an absolute banger. I'd say this van looks a hell of a lot more like the 18 van. So all you'd need to do is just stick 4 lights up on the top, and you could use this line here as a guide, and then just have a sharp turn up to the top there. You could use that as a kind of a reference point. So just from the top of the wheel axle there to that circle straight up, add a few little bits of your and you could probably get away with adding the line using cable ties or MDF sprue bits. Oh, speaking of those, I've neglected to show them earlier. So these are the empty MDF sprue frames. So we can definitely get a lot from this. Future crafts. Yes, a lot of useful hole spaces there. Useful for what? I'm not sure yet, but I'll figure it out. And yes, a lot of nice little shapes and signs. Because the good thing is you can just go in with some clippers and clip off a bit that just the bits that you want and need for whatever you're planning to do. There we go, there's the last one, the yellow one. Now I think this one will be pretty good because all you need to do is just cut about there, and then just do a few black lines with a marker pen, and bam, you've got an instant chevron. Nice and ready for your Necromunda, where hazard strips are practically currency. Yes, but anyway, that's all I've got for you today, so thanks again for watching, and bye.